Welcome to Sunday School for Sunday, March 1st, 2026, for our junior students ages 9 to 11. I do not own the rights to this music. Today's Bible basis is coming out of Mark chapter 9, verses 14 through 29. The title of today's story, Where's Your Faith? Nikki heard footsteps heading toward her bedroom. In one motion, she switched off her lamp, threw the covers over the book she was studying, and sank her head into the soft pillow. Seconds later, someone knocked softly on her bedroom door. Nikki kept silent, hoping to play it off like she was asleep, but Mom quietly opened the door. "I saw your light on," Mom announced. "What's keeping you up so late?" Nikki swung back her covers to reveal the history book. "I've been studying for hours, and I don't even know what I read." "You've got a test," Mom asked. "No, not a test. It's the test," Nikki clarified. "It's the one I need to pass if I want to advance to the next grade." "That sounds serious," noted Mom. "It's more than serious," Nikki added. It's. Nikki was so worked up she was at a loss for words. "Well, have you prayed about it?" asked Mom. "Of course," Nikki replied. "Well, do you believe God will help you?" Mom inquired. "Yeah," Nikki started, but hesitated. I guess so." Does Nikki sound sure about the seriousness of this test? Does she sound as sure about studying and praying to God for assistance? By being honest about our faith, we are better able to determine where our faith is. Yet, to be perfectly honest, sometimes we do not know where our faith is until we need it. That is what the disciples discovered in our lesson today. Mark chapter 9, verses 14 through 18. "And when he came to his disciples, he saw a great multitude about them, and the scribes questioning with them. And straightway all the people, when they beheld him, were greatly amazed, and running to him saluted him. And he asked the scribes, What question ye with them? And one of the multitude answered and said, Master, I have brought unto thee my son, which hath a dumb spirit, and wheresoever he taketh him, he teareth them. And he foameth and gnasheth with his teeth, and pineth away. And I spake to thy disciples that they should cast him out, and they could not." Jesus' disciples were appointed and empowered with the authority to cast out demons. So the question is, what went wrong? Mark chapter 9, verses 19 through 29. "He answereth them and saith, O faithless generation, how long shall I be with you? How long shall I suffer you? Bring him unto me. And they brought him unto him, and when he saw him, straightway the spirit tear him, and he fell on the ground and wallowed foaming. And he asked his father, How long is it ago since this came unto him? And he said, Of a child, and oftentimes it have cast him into the fire, and into the waters, to destroy him. But if thou canst do anything, have compassion on us, and help us. Jesus said unto him, If thou canst believe, all things are possible to him that believeth. And straightway the father of the child cried out, and said with tears, Lord, I believe, help thou my unbelief. When Jesus saw that the people came running together, he rebuked the foul spirit, saying unto him, Thou dumb and deaf spirit, I charge thee, come out of him, and enter no more into him. And the spirit cried and rent him sore, and came out of him, and he was as one dead, insomuch that many said, He is dead. But Jesus took him by the hand, and lifted him up, and he arose. And when he was come into the house, his disciples asked him privately, Why could not we cast him out? And he said unto them, This kind can come forth by nothing but by prayer and fasting. Jesus indicated that the disciples' faith, or lack thereof, prevented them from healing the boy, but Jesus provided them and us with the remedy for a small faith, plenty of prayer and fasting. The memory verse. And he said unto them, This kind can come forth by nothing but by prayer and fasting. And that's Mark chapter 9, verse 29. Nikki stared down at the test paper. It was like she was reading a foreign language. Then suddenly, dates and events jumped into her mind like they were on flashcards. As for the rest of the test, she made her best guess from the multiple choices before her. The next day, Nikki was almost as anxious to get the results as she was when she took the test. The teacher placed each student's test paper face down on their desk. Nikki slowly turned the paper over to find To her surprise and delight, not just a passing grade, but a B plus. Thank you, Lord, Nikki said, realizing that it was not her, but God who helped her to make a high enough score on the test to move on to the next grade. Do you believe that Nikki was trusting God for the positive outcome of her test? How did she acknowledge the help she received from the Lord? What do you think is the biggest issue or situation you are currently facing? Think about the words from Psalms chapter 37, verses 3 through 5, as your teacher reads these verses. Are you determined to put your faith in God? The end. God bless you and thank you for joining me today.